Hello and welcome. This is Movies to Take to the Afterlife, the no-format homage to films to be bowed with. And as Mother Teresa once said, spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier and knowing how good the Batman actually is and is better than the Nolan films. Which I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree with there, Mother Teresa, because I do prefer the Nolan films. I'm Charlie, I'm a podcaster, I'm a husband, and I like movies. And with me today is a man, a father, an ex-magician, a podcaster of two now redundant podcasts, a blood guy, Michael. How are you doing today, Michael?
Not too bad, thank you. Thanks for the introduction.
Oh, you're welcome. I always like the fact that you were a magician. Yeah.
So I used to be a children's entertainer and got paid for it.
That's pretty good.
Literally just being stupid in front of kids and getting money. Win-win.
Okay. So you weren't one of the magicians that were like on stage doing shows. Well, I don't mean, obviously assume you were doing a show to children, but not like one of the ones in Las Vegas or anything. You weren't.
I was Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah, Penn and Teller kind of magician.
Yeah. No, I wasn't that advanced. I have performed at the Auburn Arena, not doing magic, but doing circus skills. And I have, I did for one of my school Christmas productions, I did, they did like a sort of like old time music hall type shows, which it was all like variety acts, and I taught for like year 7 kids how to do magic, and we did that.
Okay. Do you still dabble in the dark arts now?
I don't know, but it's something like I wish I'd remembered more of.
Yeah.
Because I did enjoy doing it.
Okay. See, I used to have a little magician set when I was younger, but it was just like ones you got from Toys R Us kind of thing. That
like the Marvin's magic.
Yeah, but I did enjoy like the tricks and things, but I never had put the time and effort into like actually learning how to do it properly.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
One of my favourite tricks I used to perform was the vanishing bandana. So I always used to. The act was basically I'd come onto stage and I'd be like, right guys, I've just literally ordered this brand new magic trick and it's just arrived. I haven't had a chance to try it, but it comes with a CD. That's how old school it was. Okay. It comes with a CD that sort of talks you through the magic of it. So I thought I could learn and perform the tricks for you guys now. So I'd go put the CD on, press play, and it's like, hi and welcome to the Vanishment Bandana. In front of you should be a box. Open up the box and take out the 2 items that are in there. So you'd open up the box, it's like, you should have a handkerchief, and you display the handkerchief, and a bandana, and you open it up and it's a banana.
Okay.
And it like gets you to like, now fold up the bandana into nice small pieces, and you have to fold it up. It's like, some people may not believe that it's a real bandana, so go and wave it in their face. So you have to go off stage and like put it in their face and stuff like that. And then you'd fold it into the handkerchief, and then open up the handkerchief and it'd vanish. So it works still. But it was always one of my favourite tricks, just because of the trick of like it actually being a banana. Like, yeah. But actually then the trick actually still works regardless.
Okay, interesting. I've just realised I forgot to say that you're actually dead.
Oh.
That you died a while ago. So
that's
it's a
awkward.
bit embarrassing, really. I probably should have maybe mentioned that. I've just been getting my Ouija board out, and yeah, I didn't even think about it. So, how did you die?
Knowing me, it's probably from excessive amount of barbecue foods.
What, as in eating too much barbecue?
Yeah, just gorged myself on it, and then died in an eating contest, maybe. From eating barbecue foods. I always, whenever I go to like barbecue restaurants, I always want to get like the 50 quid platters, you know, the sharing ones.
Yeah.
But I always want to get them to myself.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't like sharing. Especially when it comes to food. I like my own food kind of thing. And barbecue food, I feel like you can eat a lot more than, you know, if you were just having sausage and burgers, I don't know, at home. Like, well, I suppose you would, but yeah, I always find that I'd eat a lot more.
Oh yeah, you can eat about 20 sausages, can't you?
Yeah, you regret it. You regret it later, or you've obviously regretted it because you've died. But well, there's some good news. Well, bar from, well, I suppose there isn't any. Well, not good news that you've died, but there is a little silver lining. So the good news is there is an afterlife, and we want to know about all your favourite films that you've watched, and then what ones will go with you and why. So, are you up for that?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
So, I've got a variety of questions, if you will. So, what is the first film you remember seeing?
Can I just say quick, because in my head I'm trying not to laugh. Like, you're playing it so straight and so well, Charlie.
Oh, thank you.
Like, my favourite thing is we've already done this before as well.
I know.
With you,
I know.
you're doing it so well.
Oh, thank you.
What is the first film that I remember seeing? I remember in the industrial estate near where I lived before it blew up, thanks to Buntsville's.
I'm sorry, just to interrupt you there. I don't think the start of the answer to this question would be about an industrial estate that blew up.
I know, right? No, in the industrial estate area, there used to be a cinema. I'm sure there used to be a cinema there. I'm sure that's where we used to go. And I remember my dad took me to see, and I'm not this old, it must have been a re-release. He took me to see The Jungle Book.
Oh, okay.
And I know for a fact I did not see all of The Jungle Book. I think I must have fussed, kicked off, or something. And he sort of like took me out. But it's the first film I actively remember going to the cinema to see, or ever seeing.
Yeah.
Like, even if I didn't make it to the end on that occasion.
The Jungle, I mean, I have seen it, but I don't remember it because it was like, I probably would have been a kid the last time I watched it, kind of thing. And I've not really watched it since.
Yeah.
I suppose it's like a classic children's film.
Oh, it's a classic Disney film, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not got a major plot. Like, Shere Khan wants to kill Mowgli, then Mowgli stops him with fire and then goes to the village. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it can't be too over complex, can it? With it sort of being aimed at children.
No, and I think like the Rudyard Kipling sort of Jungle Book, it's a series of like short stories within it. I'm sure I've read some of them, but yeah, I'm sure it's like a series of short stories. So like they've tried to put some of the stories together to make coherent sense as possible.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the first one I do remember seeing.
Very good. So next one, what was the film that scared you the most?
I've got two answers for this.
Okay.
When I was younger again,
I
believe it was 98 the film came out, Jumanji.
Good film. That was on telly the other day, actually. I started watching a bit of it.
It is a fantastic, one of Robin Williams' greatest films.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Kristen Dunst.
Yeah, she was like 10 in it.
Yeah, really young. Yeah. But yeah, so I remember going to see it. I think my dad took me and my cousin, and then my other cousin and brother went to go see like a live show of some TV show or something like that. Okay. But I remember being absolutely terrified by like the idea of turning into a monkey, the idea of falling through. Like, I used to chuck books onto the floor because we used to live in a flat. I used to chuck books on the floor and walk on top of books in case the floor started sinking. And then that way I'd have a chance to get to my bunk bed or something. Like, it obviously left these like horrors within me.
Yeah. Do you still do that now?
Yeah. No, I've grown out of it now. But I was a weird child. I used to be afraid of the idea of the headless horseman that would come around and chop off my head. So I used to make sure I slept with the duvet cover, so it was literally covered right up to my neck, so the horseman would think I was already had my head chopped off.
Okay. Oh, fair enough.
But yeah, second part to that question is obviously I grew out of that, and then I remember being ill from school one day, and I was upstairs in my room, and I decided to watch the first Final Destination film for the first time.
Okay.
And dear God, did it terrify me, especially when that guy slipped in the shower and then the cord got wrapped around his neck.
Yeah.
Absolutely gave me nightmares.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now I watch it. Yeah, it properly scared me.
But was that because you think, I'm worried that might happen to me kind of thing?
No, because we didn't have like a shower cord. Okay. But I don't know what it was that terrified me about it, but I used to have nightmares about it. I remember it was a very unique idea for a film at the time, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's one of them films, though, that it started off good, and then they've just made so many, it's just a bit like...
yeah, the last one I watched was... I think the one at the shopping centre, but I don't even remember it massively.
Okay.
Like the escalator caves in or something.
Yeah.
But I do want to sort of watch them, because apparently it all comes full circle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That could be potentially a next Halloween.
Yeah, watching all the Final Destination. Well, I'll give a spoiler. Yeah. I'm sure you don't mind the spoilers either. No. Apparently, on the second to most recent one, or it might be the most recent one, after they escape death, they get onto a plane the same plane from the first film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it does go full circle then, doesn't it?
Yeah, which I quite like.
Okay. Oh, very good. So, my next question is, what was the film that made you cry the most?
Now, I know for you, you can give an answer for this because you're a big but strong man and you don't cry.
Well, I'll let you answer the question then. I do have something to add.
Oh, do you? So I literally could name most films that... Like my first date, or my second date with my wife, went to go see The Fault in Our Stars.
Okay.
And obviously that's about teenage cancer. Yeah. And I was just sat there bawling my eyes out. There was no emotion from her, but I was sat there bawling my eyes out. Like, I can give you a list. So, Avengers Endgame, I'll always cry at. Like, it's just so harrowing, that scene, obviously, when, who cares about Black Widow? I'm about Iron Man, obviously. When she dies, absolutely harrowing. Even in the film before, when, God, I can't remember her name now, Gamora dies. Like, I thought that was quite harrowing and sort of, like, shocking and unexpected.
See, the bit for me in Endgame that it's not made me cry, but it brought a tear to my eye. Is I mean, are we? Oh, well, you've said that, so we're kind of. It's been out enough.
There's going to be spoilers in this episode.
So, yeah, there's going to be spoilers.
Skip ahead if you're not interested.
Yeah, but where obviously Captain America's shield's been damaged, and then he says, "Look to your left," and then they all fly through the sort of things like that. To me, that's like. That's like
a happy cry, I imagine.
Yeah, that was a happy cry. That was like I could feel like my goosebumps and I've never ever since or before felt like that in a film. Like it was like it was overwhelming. Like really, really, really good.
Well, the latest Thor film, Love and Thunder, got me crying. I literally went to go see that film alone as well, and I was sat in the cinema crying by myself.
You're an emotional guy, Mike. I know.
Oh, I know. So let's go through some of the history. Anyone talks about My Girl, I instantly think of have you ever seen My Girl?
No.
Oh, it's an old 90s film with Macaulay Culkin.
Okay.
Which he forms like this friendship with a girl, and then near the end of the film he gets stung by some bees.
Okay.
And dies due to an allergic reaction.
Okay.
And then at the funeral, the girl starts crying because he's not wearing his glasses. It's an open coffin, and she's literally there saying he can't see without his glasses. He can't see without his glasses, and it's honestly one of the most heartbreaking things in the world. Even if you've not watched the film, you can just see that clip isolated, and it's so well done.
Okay.
So yeah,
on to the list.
Littlefoot's mother dying in The Land Before Time.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that film.
Alright, this one you definitely would have done. Simba's dad dying in The Lion King.
Yeah.
Every time I see that film, I cry at that scene. I cried.
Would you cry if you went to see The Lion King on stage?
I was literally about to say I cried when I saw it on stage, and I cried when I saw the live action one.
Yeah, okay.
Every time.
Fair
it's
enough.
Like, Dad, wake up! And it gets me. So yeah, I cry at a lot of films.
Yeah.
But justifiably, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, each to their own, I suppose.
I think I even cried at Casper when her dad, her dad comes back to life instead of Casper, and it's like, it was emotional.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Well, you must get through some tissues when you go to the cinema.
I know, but oddly, I went to go see Black Panther 2 and not a single tear. And I really thought I was going to absolutely bawl my eyes out.
With what's happened involving Black Panther, obviously
exactly
the original Black Panther, but okay, fair enough. So my next question is, what film do most people hate but you love?
This one, when I text you through the answers, spoiler alert, you do know the answers, you said you absolutely love this film. Yeah. It's got an approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes of 37%, so it's clearly not well liked.
I mean, it's not a film that's known it's going to win an Oscar.
Yeah. Maybe it's one of those like cult classics. So I'm losing confidence in my answer, but my answer is Hot Rod.
Yeah, I think it's a great film.
I absolutely love it. Yes, the plot's thin. Yes, it's... Yeah. But yeah, I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think it's good. And I didn't see it, like, obviously when it first came out. I got recommended to it by one of my friends who absolutely loved it. So I watched it years after it had come out. But and to be honest, I've not seen it in years. I've not seen it in quite a few years now. So that might be I need to make a note, because we talk about all these films and you recommend all these films to watch, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to watch that, and then we'll come to the end of the podcast and then we'll pack up or whatever, and I think, oh, I can't remember any of them films that Max told me to watch. But,
yeah, 'cause you still need to see Bullet Train, my film of last year.
Yeah, I do want to watch that one. I keep seeing.
Yeah, go on. No, you go on, Charlie. You go on.
I'll go on. I'm presenting. I'll go on. No, we're just saying with Bullet Train. I keep seeing clips coming up on YouTube. I keep watching, but I try not to because I don't want to ruin it for myself. Yeah.
No, with regards to Hot Rod, though, I think it's so funny. The music and soundtrack are amazing. It's 95% Europe who do the final countdown, and some of the songs are just absolutely phenomenal. Cherico is one of my favourite songs from the soundtrack.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also my favourite song from the soundtrack is "You're the Voice," in which I'm sure you might remember it. It's the scene in which they're going to do the big stunt and all the crowd's gathering behind them and You're the Voice is playing in the background, and there's some choir singing it as well, and then suddenly it turns into a massive riot.
Oh, really?
I just absolutely find it so funny. Yeah, I love it.
Okay. Good answer, Marco. Good answer. So, next question is, what is the film you once loved watching, but you now realise it's terrible? So you've put Bullet Train. So I don't know what's going on there. Are you joking?
No, this film is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. The first one. Turbo Power Rangers movie was an absolutely atrocious film. But the first Power Rangers film, I watched it religiously as a kid. I'd probably say it was a film that I watched at least once a week.
Oh, wow, okay.
Absolutely obsessed with it. I remember going to the cinemas to see it and getting my photo taken with the Power Rangers. Absolutely loved it. And then for my old podcast, we did a top 5 childhood movies. Yeah. And I thought, to prepare myself for this, I'll actually watch these films again, and see what they was like. And I watched the Rugrats, and I really enjoyed that. Actually, quite fun. I watched George of the Jungle, and that was absolutely hilarious. It still holds out. Actually, a really good film.
Okay.
What else did I watch? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. No, it was Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, and I even enjoyed that. But then I went to watch Power Rangers, and I gave up after just after Zordon died. I gave up, and I was just like, it's absolutely awful. It's just not watchable. And it really disappointed me how bad it was.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've not watched Power Rangers since I was a kid. I wasn't massively into it as a child.
Really?
So yeah, I didn't mind it. It was something I used to watch, but it was never had all the toys or just not massively.
I remember in my second year of uni, they remastered the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV series, the first series. So I was like, let's give this a watch. And dear God, when I say they remastered it, because it was obviously in the 3x4 scale instead of the 16x9.
Yeah.
Rewatching it in it, and what they've done is given it a border around the edging, and then say one of them. Sorry, I do apologise. Say one of them punched another. Just punched someone. The screen would flip around as the punch happens, as though the screen had got punched, and my God, it was so cringeworthy. I hated every second of it. And it really upset me that this thing that I absolutely love isn't as good as I remember.
Okay.
But hey ho.
Well, I mean, it's I find it with games. I think of all these games that I used to play when I was younger, thinking, the graphics were amazing, and then you watch videos on YouTube of it being played, and you think, them graphics I can get better ones on my phone now.
I know, it's crazy.
It's terrible. But okay, fair enough. So, next question, a bit of reverse from question 4. So, what film do you hate but people love?
For this one, I don't know if this is a controversial answer, but I really, really don't like The Matrix.
What? That is a very controversial answer.
Yeah. It's just, I find it a bit, I don't know. boring and dull. Like, I love Keanu Reeves now. I loved old Keanu Reeves. But at that point in Keanu Reeves' career, I found him such a boring actor. He brought nothing to the screen for me.
I love the Matrix. I say that I've still not seen the newest one, but yeah, I do. I tried to watch it with Lauren because she'd never seen it, and I think we got maybe 45 minutes into the first film, and she was fully engrossed in whatever she was on her iPad. Like, she was just not interested in whatsoever. Really? I think it was a bit too, But no, okay. Well, I see what you mean. I think The Matrix is a bit of a Marmite film. Like, you love it or hate it. I don't think there's like, you can kind of think, oh, it's all right, kind of thing. I think it's either one or. I'm saying that obviously there might be people that disagree with me, but yeah.
I think for me, my issue is it's those who say, well, you didn't like it, so you probably just didn't understand it. Donnie Darko's another film like that. Oh, you just didn't understand it. No, they're just boring as shit. I understood them perfectly well. Yeah. Like, it's just dull.
See, I like The Matrix more for the sort of, at the time, it was quite like the action and the, you know what I mean, like the graphics and the CGI and stuff like that, which now, but I mean, to be honest, I still think it stands up quite well compared to modern films. Like,
oh yeah, it does. The bullets scene is absolutely phenomenal. For me, the best thing that The Matrix has done though is the PS2 game Enter the Matrix.
That was a brilliant game.
That was phenomenal.
Really good.
Absolutely phenomenal.
I used to like to do all the the cheats where you could like have unlimited, because you had that thing where you could do the slow motion thing, but you had like a bar, didn't you? You could do unlimited that, so you could just like fucking roaming around, just running up walls and shooting and things.
No, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, no, that was good. I did enjoy that. Right. So I think I'm going to end the episode here.
Okay.
And then we shall do part 2. If
sounds
you're
good.
in agreement with that. So
I am in agreement. I was literally about to say the exact same thing.
So thank you everyone for listening, and tune in next week for part 2. See you later.
Thanks for listening. Bye.